Hello everybody, Skin Deep Beauty Vlogger here. I hope you're all really well. It's a beautiful sunny day. I've just been to a cricket day where there was some champagne and a really nice little buffet, so I'm in a really good mood and I thought it would be a good day to do the colours of the rainbow tag. This has been floating around on YouTube for like the last month or so, and I was umming and ahhing over whether to do it when the lovely Carly Jean X, who I will link below, tagged me, so that made my decision. I'm going to do that for you today. She tagged quite a few of the people that I would have probably tagged, but I will be tagging some specific people which will be down below as well, and of course feel free to do this even if I haven't tagged you specifically and leave it as a video response. I'd love to see what your colours of the rainbow are. If you don't know, the colours of the rainbow tag is where you go through the different colours of the rainbow, red, orange, yellow and so on, and choose your favourite beauty product from each of those colours. I had a lot of fun choosing my products. I've chosen anything from like one to a couple for each different colour. Some were definitely harder than others. For example, Indigo. I even had to look up like a precise description of what Indigo is because I think that's a bit sort of open to interpretation. I'm going to start off with red, and I just think that everybody should own a Chanel red lipstick. My favourite is in the shade number 14, Passion. This is one of my favourite red lipsticks. As you can see, it's well loved. It's just the perfect red. It's quite blue toned, so it has the advantage of making your teeth appear whiter, but it's a really flattering colour because it has got a sort of slightly orange element to it as well. I mean, this really is your classic va-va-voom red. You need to sort of have a bit of confidence when you wear this, but I love it, and I just think it's something that everybody should own in their collection. Next up is orange, and at first I struggled to choose orange, which is surprising because two of the products that I chose in the end are products that I use on a daily basis. First up is my EOS lip balm, and this is the Medicated Tangerine one. Again, well loved. You can see I use it every single day. I apply this before bed, and my lips are still moisturised when I wake up in the morning. I mean, I love all of the EOS lip balms, but I chose this one because the colour fitted in well. I mean, they just smell fantastic. Unfortunately, they're not readily available in the UK. You can get them on a couple of websites, but the price is like vastly inflated. It's almost like double what it is in dollars in pounds, so I don't know how much these are. I think like $2-3. It's around £6 to buy this in the UK, which is ridiculous. I love the formula of these because not only is it largely natural, but it's also not greasy. I mean, you know the ones that you get in a tube, sometimes they can feel a little bit greasy on the lips. I prefer the functionality of a stick lip balm because I find it a lot more hygienic, but I tend to prefer the sort of richer formulation of the ones in pots. But this combines the best of both because you apply it directly from the pot. So really, really love EOS lip balms. I just wish they were easier and cheaper to get here in the UK. And the other product that I use on a daily basis is the Rimmel London Wake Me Up Concealer. I didn't love the foundation. It was fine, I quite liked it, but I certainly don't think it's worth the hype. A lot of people really rave about the foundation. But I do really, really love the concealer, which has an orange lid, so I know I'm kind of clutching at straws a little bit, but I really like this. It's a really nice opaque coverage. It has a doe foot applicator, and I don't use this on my spots because it has got slightly brightening properties, and obviously I don't want to draw attention to spots, but I use it under my eyes. Because it's so opaque, it just covers up those dark circles really quickly and easily, and also it's a really reasonable price as well, so love this. Next up is yellow, and I've chosen a couple of oils for yellow, so I guess they're kind of more golden, but it was what I wanted to include. First up, it will come as no surprise that I've included the DHC Deep Cleansing Oil. This is one of my all-time favourite cleansers. This is just a little miniature one. I'm going away for a long weekend soon, so I had this out ready to pack. This is fantastic. I'm not going to dwell on it because I have raved about it in multiple videos. So I will link my skincare routine video, which I think is probably the one that I've spoken about it in the most detail. I've also done a full review on my blog, but definitely check this out, particularly if you have combination skin. It's very balancing and I just love it. Plus, again, it's reasonably priced. I'll link that blog review and the video below. And the other oil-based cleanser that I really, really like is a much hyped one, and it is the Emma Hardie Amazing Face Moringa Cleansing Balm. The only thing I don't like about this, and a lot of people have discussed this, is the packaging. It comes in a tub dispenser, which I don't like inherently because I find it unhygienic, but also it really leaks. I mean, the top's cracked. I just don't feel that the packaging reflects the luxurious quality of the product inside, but it's a really fantastic balm cleanser. Definitely worth the hype that it gets. It just looks like this, and you apply it all over your face and remove it with a hot flannel, or alternatively you can leave it on for 10 minutes and then remove it with a hot flannel, which makes a really lovely softening face mask. You can also use it as a lip balm, you know, a multi-purpose balm, because it is that sort of natural balm formula. I really, really like this, and it is pricey, but it's not as pricey as some balm cleansers, so I do recommend this. It's definitely worth the hype, and if you're into beauty, a product that you should definitely check out if it's readily available where you live. Next up is green, and talking of products that aren't available where you live, my favourite drugstore mascara, possibly one of my favourite mascaras of all, is the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Jumbo Lash Mascara. This is really raved about. I know that Tati from Glam Life Guru mentioned this as her favourite green item in her Colours the Rainbow tag. It's fantastic. I mean, when I first used this, I didn't really like it, as tends to be the case with a lot of mascaras that I try. I don't like very wet formula, so I prefer ones they've got a little bit of air into them. I also found the chunky brush quite difficult to work with at first. It's a plastic bristle brush. But once I got accustomed to it, I loved this. It gives fantastic volume, it's buildable, it gives fantastic length, and also it's not too glossy a formula, it's quite matte, so it just gives that really sort of natural, pretty, fluttery, feminine lashes look that, who doesn't want that? And you can't really feel it on your lashes. The lasting power is okay, but it is prone to smudging, and it is not even remotely waterproof. I went for a run once wearing this, big mistake. I looked in the mirror when I got in the car after my run, and I was just like, oh my goodness, I looked like a panda. I mean, I suppose that makes it easy to remove, but yeah, don't wear this for sport unless you want to look like a panda. Unfortunately, this isn't available in the UK. My best friend is going on a big tour around America doing, you know, the usual driving trip and everything in the summer, and I've basically told her not to even consider coming back without a couple of these for me so I can have backups, because this is kind of on its way out now. My other green item is another product that I've mentioned before, and it's the Nip and Fab Pistachio Sundae Dry Skin Fix Body Butter. It's in a green tub, and the product itself is bright green, which is a little bit off-putting. This smells incredible. It smells like a pistachio sundae. It's really sort of dessert-like, and the smell really lingers on your skin. So I tend to use this at night. That's certainly not because it's greasy and heavy on the skin, as some body butters can be, mentioning no names, Body Shop. This is really easily absorbed, doesn't leave a greasy residue. I just love it, and obviously it works really effectively to fix any dry skin, as the name suggests. Roy G. Biv. Blue next. Couple of blue products. If you watch my channel a lot, you'll know that I suffer from dehydrated skin, as a lot of people do. You know, there's a difference between dry and dehydrated skin. Dry skin lacks oil, dehydrated skin lacks water, and who doesn't struggle to drink the recommended daily allowance of water that you're supposed to drink every day? So I really like the Clarins Hydro Quench range, which is for dehydrated skin. I really like the cream mask, which I've mentioned before, and I've also done a full review of this on my blog, which I will link in the bar below. And the other product that I really love, and it's a must-have for me during the winter months, also in the summer, but particularly winter, is the Biphase Serum. Now, this does contain mineral oil, and as a general rule, I recommend avoiding that. I certainly try to in, say, a cleansing oil. I try to look for ones that don't have mineral oils in them. And just my moisturiser in general, I try to avoid it because I don't think it's beneficial to the skin and it can clog your pores. However, with this, I think that the downside of it having mineral oil is far outweighed by the benefits to my skin, because my skin loves this. It's a product that I get on with. It's a product that I get on so well with that I'm prepared to put up with the fact that it has mineral oil in it. So just a point to note there. I know that's a little bit hypocritical. Some people may not agree with it, but you know, I just love this, and I would recommend it even though it's got the mineral oil in it, unless you're really against that. That's one of my favourite skincare lines, is the Clarins Hydro Quench range. I really recommend it. And then for hair, I really like the Healthy Sexy Hair Soy Renewal, which is a sort of oil serum. I much prefer this to Moroccan oil. I didn't get on very well with Moroccan oil at all. Moroccan oil just left like a plasticky residue on my hair, and that's because it's so packed full of silicones. And I have a problem with Moroccan oil because I think it's incredibly overpriced for what it is. You can get any cheap product that's packed with silicones. This is a lot cheaper, and yes, it still has silicones in it, but my hair really gets on well with this. What's more, the bottle lasts for so long. A little goes a long way. This is 125ml. I've gone through one of these before. This is a repurchase, and the last one lasted me well over a year, and I wash my hair every single day, and I just apply this to my hair when it's damp before I blow dry it. I really recommend this. I like it a lot, and it doesn't weigh down my fine hair. In fact, I feel that the condition of my hair has really improved since I started incorporating this into my hair care routine. Okay, the dreaded Indigo. I really didn't know what to pick for this, and I ended up settling on two products because I looked it up and it said that Indigo is a sort of intense bright blue. So I chose the MAC Pro Longwear eyeliner in Night Trail. I'm not too sure if this is limited edition or not, but I mean, I know you can get the Pro Longwear eyeliners all year round. This is like a blackened blue. Unfortunately, you need to sharpen this, and mine does need to sharpen. I really like this because it doesn't budge when you apply it to the waterline. And this is one of the L'Oreal Infallibles, which live up to their name. They really are long wearing. And this is in the shade All Night Blue, number 6. And it just looks like this. It's a really highly pigmented, intense blue. Just looks like this. These have the consistency of a pressed pigment. They're very pigmented, really intense colour, and they're easy to work with and long wearing. I really recommend them. They're readily available. They're from L'Oreal, so they're a reasonable price. And if you want an idea on how to incorporate this into a look, then do check out my glamorous navy smoky eye tutorial, which I'll link below, because a lot of that look was kind of based around this eyeshadow. The last colour of the rainbow itself was violet, and I chose a few products for violet. It was one that stumped me at first, and then all of a sudden I thought of loads of favourites that are violet in colour. So I've got the Urban Decay All Nighter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray, which really does live up to the name. I've got the old packaging, so it has got more violet on the packaging than the new one. You mist it onto your face once you've applied all your makeup, and it keeps it looking great all night long. And another product from Urban Decay that I love for making my products work a little bit longer and a little bit harder is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is in the old packaging. It's now in a much more functional tube. I mean, this is such a cult product. It really is one that gets a lot of hype, and it is well deserved. This is fantastic for preventing your eyeshadow from creasing. It prolongs the wear of your eyeshadow, and it also makes the colour intensity pop. So you can use this with the cheapest eyeshadow and really get a lot more bang for your buck for it. Another little trick that I've found that works well with this is to put a little bit of it just where I would put my under eye concealer before I put my under eye concealer on, and it just helps prevent any creasing. It still creases a little bit, but certainly not as much as it would, so I really like this. The Real Techniques eye brushes. I love the accent brush. It's my favourite. It's so cute. It's really great for just taking your eyeshadow underneath the lash line and making it look really professional and finished. One of my all-time favourite can't live without beauty products is the very indulgent Aromatherapy Associates Bath and Shower Oil. I really like the De-Stress Muscle one, which just, it's like magic. It really does help to soothe away any aches and pains. I love this after sport, or if I've sort of been hunched over a desk writing away and getting stressed out. I love this. I love all of the oils, but this one's in violet packaging, so that's why I chose this one. And I also really like the Alterna Caviar Anti-Aging Seasilk Hair Mask. This is great for my fine hair. It really helps to sort of boost the condition, leave it looking voluminous still, and no, despite the name being caviar, it does not leave your hair smelling of fish. It just looks like this. It's sort of gel cream formula, so it's not too heavy. This tag was created by Talk Becky Talk, and her favourite colour is pink, so she wanted to include pink as one of the colours. I'm going to really annoy everybody now by mentioning a discontinued product, and that is MAC Sweet William Cream Blush. This is my all-time favourite blush. I'm so upset that this has been discontinued, so if we could all start a big campaign and harass MAC to bring this back, that'd be great, thanks. I'm savouring this. It's the perfect colour. I can't understand what on earth would possess them to discontinue it. It's just beautiful. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about that too much because you can't get it anymore, unfortunately. I'm hoping for the day that it comes out in a limited edition collection, and then I'm just going to bulk buy them like crazy. If you watch my channel a lot, you'll know that I love the Revlon lip butters, and that my favourite shade is Berry Smoothie, which is number 50. I'm wearing it on my lips at the moment. This is a product that I've gone through a couple of these now, and I've repurchased over and over again. It's not just one of my favourite lip butter shades, but one of my all-time favourite lipstick shades as well. I really, really like it. Just looks like that. So despite the berry name, it's actually a very pretty wearable pink. It does have a slightly gritty texture, but it really doesn't bother me. That leaves a nice sort of high sheen gloss on the lips as well. My all-time favourite perfume is Guerlain Shalimar Parfum Initial. Initially when I heard that they were bringing this out, I was so sceptical. I was like, why on earth would you mess with the original Shalimar? It's perfect. But this is even better. I absolutely love this. It's a very feminine, sort of floral, oriental scent, slightly sort of powdery finish. Really, really love this. And what's more, the bottle is beautiful. It's a pink liquid inside. I'd be devastated if ever this was discontinued. I love this. This is my signature fragrance. I wear it pretty much every time I go on a night out. And I couldn't mention pink without mentioning Soap & Glory as a brand. I've just used the Whipped Clean shower butter as a sort of representative. I've recently discovered this and I really, really like it. But most products from Soap & Glory I really like. There's been a couple of misses, but generally I love their products. I think they're fantastic value. And to be honest, I'm yet to find somebody that hasn't found at least one product that they like from the brand. So who couldn't mention Soap & Glory for their pink colour? And then the last colour was Multicolour, which I really struggled with, and I was going to sort of chicken out and just say makeup in general. I was going to talk about my Lulu Guinness makeup bags, which I love. I sort of try and collect them. I do really like eyeshadows, and I couldn't narrow it down to just choosing one palette, so I just like the idea though of creating your own palette. So I've got my MAC palette, which I've made myself, and I'm still filling up. I've got quite a long wish list of colours that I want to check out and fill up these last 6 holes and probably more and get another palette. I'd say my favourite ones in here are Floof, which is a great highlighter. I really like Naked Lunch and Satin Taupe, and Mulch as well, which is this one here. Oh, I'm at a really awkward angle. I'm not going to dwell on that. Maybe once it's full I will do a sort of showing you my MAC palette. Now MAC is expensive, so another alternative is the Inglot Freedom System palettes that you can make yourself. I really, really like these. I want to get more. They're fantastic pigmented colours. A lot of them are dupes for MAC eyeshadow shades. They don't have names, which is a little bit less appealing, but I think that's part of the reason they keep the costs down, because obviously they're just numbered, so numbers are international. My original Inglot palette is quite multicoloured. I wanted to get something that could really be creative with, but they're really impressive quality, very pigmented, long wearing, and also you get a hell of a lot of product for your money as well. I did an Inglot haul in which I put this together. It was one of my earlier videos, so I will link that below as well. I've got a lot of stuff to link below in this video. I hope that you've enjoyed this. I mentioned a lot of favourite products. Some of them are favourites of all time, so I hope you found it useful. As I said, if you're not one of the people that I've tagged specifically down below, then do feel free nonetheless to do this tag and send me a video response so I can see what your favourites are too. If you enjoyed this and you're not already subscribed, then please do so. There's a button just below, and of course it's free. And I will see you all soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope the sun's shining where you are and that you're having a great day. Bye!